Hey, what's good, Wahoo Nation? Hope y'all are doing good on this beautiful but cold Tuesday afternoon. First off, congrats to Indiana on winning the national championship. What a remarkable story. You know, a school like Indiana that's historically not been known for football. You know, Kurt Signetti takes over. First year, he has them in the playoffs. And then the second year, undefeated national champions. What a story. And shout out to the Indiana fans, too, for traveling the way they did throughout the playoffs. You know, the game last night was played at Miami's home stadium, and yet there were just as many, if not more, Indiana fans at that game than Miami fans. So that's pretty impressive right there. Shout out to those guys. As for us, I thought I'd just talk a little bit about way things are going in the off season. So our portal class has really picked up over the last couple of weeks or so. So unfortunately for Chandler Morris, he was denied the extra year of eligibility, and so his college career is now over. But I do like who we have picked up in the portal. So we picked up Bo Pribula from Missouri, as well as Eli Holstein from Pitt. Now, if I had to choose between the two, I think I would probably give an edge to Bo Pribula of who I would want to be our starter next year. He had a really good year at Missouri this year, and I just think it's funny how we just beat Missouri in the Gator Bowl last month, and you know, right before the game started, he enters the transfer portal and ends up going to the team that beat his team that he transferred from. So that's pretty wild right there. Eli Holstein, you know, he's pretty solid too. But keep in mind, he did get benched for Mason Heinschel earlier this year and early on in the season. And Pitt, their offense went to a whole different level with him at quarterback. So I think Holstein is okay too, though. We'll see. But right now, I think I would probably give an edge to Bo Pribula to be our quarterback. I like the pieces that we picked up from the portal. I know we got that guy. Oh shoot, I can't remember his name now. I'm really bad with Peyton Lewis, I think is his name, the running back from Tennessee, who's from Virginia. He's from Roanoke. And so, yeah, it's a good pickup there. They've done a good job at the receiver position. They got that receiver from UCLA. I think he's got some potential, Nico Flores. They also picked up a couple other receivers as well that I think are pretty solid, along with bringing back Jamal Edrin. And so, I think we're going to be okay at those positions. And remember, I said that going into before the season ended that we're basically going to have to do the same thing this off season that we did last off season. And so and it's really taken shape. So we'll see what happens. I know, of course, when you gain players from the portal, you lose players as well. So Danny Kalen transferred. He went back to Nebraska, and looked like he was going to be the quarterback this time around, but he left, and so that's how and why we picked up Pribula as well as Holstein. You know, Trail Harris, I hated to see him go. He ended up going to Oklahoma. Probably got a better NIL deal, which, again, you know, that's the name of the game and these days. And I'm not saying it's right, but, you know, because we do it too. Our team does it too. You know, they've invested heavily in NIL and all that stuff. So it is what it is. But yeah, things are looking good for this team. I'm excited for the future. We also have a new offensive line coach, and again, I'm not very good with names, so I can't remember his name offhand. But we got a new O-line coach because Terry Heffernan left to take the offensive coordinator job, I think, at Stanford. And so there's that. I thought I'd shift gears a little bit too, because I haven't really talked about the basketball team very much, other than before the season started and when Ryan Odom was hired. I love this team, man. This team is so much fun to watch. And again, we had to go into the portal because we literally had to rebuild the entire roster. Because every other player except for Elijah Gertrude transferred. So, but I love what I see out of this team, and one in particular that I really like to see come into his own, and he has started to come into his own, and that's Malik Thomas, who transferred in from San Francisco. He also was at USC. Over these past 3, 4, 5 games, he's really started to look like the player that we all thought he would be. Enso, that guy is a blocking machine. I think we're 3rd or 4th in the country in blocks per game, and most of them have come from him. And also Johan Grunlo, he has really he's turned into a block machine as well. But of course, Tez the Ritter and Malik Thomas, they have really been the show for us this year. They have really stepped up. We got some really good shooters on this team, and it's really nice to see that. Something that we haven't been accustomed to seeing in quite a while. Jakari White, before he got injured, he was a 3-point machine. Sam Lewis, he's a really good shooter too. This team is good, and I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know how far this team would go in the tournament. I'm not gonna say, hey, we're going to the Final Four, we're gonna win it all. I'm not saying that at all. But this team has really started to look good, and they have really stepped up defensively. Now, with Ryan Odom, I'm not saying Ryan Odom doesn't care about defense, but don't be disappointed, okay? If we give up more points than what we have been used to giving up under Tony Bennett. And speaking of which, you guys already know by now, on Saturday before the game against Carolina, they will name the court at JPJ after Tony Bennett. And well-deserved. I said that the second that Tony Bennett announced his retirement, that the court should be named after him, and deservedly so. I'm always thankful and always will be thankful for the things that Tony did for us and took us to places we had never been before. And I know it's only year one, but I think we might be seeing the same thing under Ryan Odom. So, but anyway, that's my thoughts on the portal class as well as the basketball season so far. We've only lost 2 games, and this team is in position to make a run. I think the question is how far. So anyway, what are your thoughts on the portal class? What are your thoughts on the basketball team so far? As always, guys, leave it down below. And as always, go Hoos.